What is up, guys? I'm Sasha Pearl-Raver, and we are here in the middle of Times Square for the takeover for the Fate of the Furious, the 8th film in the Fast and Furious franchise. If you look around, Fast and Furious has taken over. There are 56 billboards, and we have all of them. Below me is a screen called the Big Kahuna. It is 30,000 square feet, and the Fast and Furious owns it tonight. We are in the sky. We are on the ground. We've got fans who came in just for this. This is going to be huge. We are about to see the trailer debut of The Fate of the Furious. Now, we just learned the title yesterday. What does that mean? We've got the cast here. We've got the creators. We're going to get answers to those questions. And first up, I am very excited to introduce the man who is bringing you this film, the director, F. Gary Gray. F. Gary Gray, come on up. First of all, congratulations on being the first director to ever take over Times Square.
Really?
You are the first. This is the biggest takeover in the history, one of the most iconic places in the world.
I love that.
Right?
I love that. That's what I was shooting for. I was shooting for epic. This is epic, right?
This is epic. You know what I love? Your movies. You started with Friday. Last year you did my favorite movie of the year, which was Straight Outta Compton. Then you come in to do The Fate of the Furious. What did you want to do with this franchise?
Well, everyone knows the saga, and it takes a real interesting turn, and I wanted to be the man and the vision behind this turn. We've seen 7 up to this point, and they've been phenomenal. You're going to see something that you've never seen before, and I wanted to be the man behind it. It's absolutely epic, and when you see chasing and racing through Berlin, through Russia, through New York City, and Cuba, I wanted to be the man behind it.
You are also the first director to ever do a major motion picture in Cuba. What was filming there like?
It was history. We made history, and the Cuban people were absolutely amazing. Just to shoot in a place that had never been, they've never shot a movie there before. In the way that we did, we brought the infrastructure down there. It was nothing but love. And when you see the race in Cuba, it's going to be a throwback to the earlier Fast movies, but in Cuba. And if you think the quarter mile is dangerous, wait till you see the Cuban mile. Insane.
A Cuban mile. I think we just coined a new phrase right here. Well, back in 2003, you had 2 movies that came out. One was A Man Apart with Vin Diesel, and the other was The Italian Job, which had both Jason Statham and Charlize Theron. So this was sort of a reunion, this set for you.
Absolutely. Every director at some point in their career wants to do an epic movie. So this was like an epic family reunion for me. It really was, with Charlize and Jason and Vin, and I directed Ludacris, and I know I'm sorry, Roman. Yeah, Tyrese. Well, he's like my brother.
Roman. His name is Roman.
He's like my brother, so it was like a family reunion, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Well, okay, you brought up family.
Yes.
Fan theory. By fan, I mean crazy me. Helen Mirren is also in this film.
Yes.
Helen Mirren is British.
Yes.
Deckard Shaw and Owen Shaw are also British. Is she evil mom? You don't have to tell.
I
can't.
I can't give up any secrets.
Are we going to find out in the trailer?
No.
What?
You have to see the movie.
I can't wait for the movie, but we got the trailer first. How frustrated are people going to be that they have to wait until April 14th after they see the trailer?
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We want you guys to be excited. Are you excited?
Thank you so much, Gary. This is so exciting. We can't wait to see it. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
F. Gary Gray. And next, we've got Ludacris coming up to the stage. Your man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gary. And now, Ludacris Bridges coming up. Oh, hey.
Hello.
Come on in. I got you right over here.
All right, all right.
This is a pretty shot because this is the shot with all the screens behind you because you guys have taken over Times Square.
Yo, we're making history right now. I'm just humbled and very just blessed to be a part of this film, man. I'm telling you, it's the gift that keeps on giving because, you know, myself and Tyrese, we started in part 2, came back for 5, now we got 6, 7, 8, and it's good that we haven't died yet. I'm just happy to be alive in the movies, you know?
Well, also...
Make some noise because I'm alive in the
Tej
movie.
finally got to throw some bows in the last film.
Absolutely.
Are you going to do the same this time?
I'm throwing a couple bows in this film as well. Make some noise for that.
I love that!
You damn right.
Okay.
I made the song Throw Them Bows for a reason because I knew 10 years later I would be able to actually do it in Fast 7 and Fast 8.
You had to tell F. Gary Gray in rhyme.
Oh, actually, you could ask him. I told him I got to have some action, man. I can't just be the guy on the computer behind the scenes all the time, so we got to keep it moving.
Okay, I don't know if you know this, but people actually write fan fiction about you and Ramsey.
Uh-oh.
So we need to know, like, where are they at now? And do they need, like, a celebrity couple name? Like, should we call them, like, Tajamzy or...
As long as there are it's more popular votes about me and Ramsey than there are Tyrese and Ramsey. Because, you know, me and his characters fight over her to a degree.
You won
I won?
handedly. People
Hell
write
yeah.
fan fiction about it.
Make sure you ask her about that. Who she's going to choose. Now, you're going to throw her off guard if you ask her that when she comes up here.
All right. So you guys are doing things that we've never seen in the franchise. You shot in Cuba. You shot here in New York. What was that like?
I mean, everywhere we've gone, it's just been great because, you know, the culture, every single place, and just bringing the attention to these cities. I'm sure we brought tourism to an all-time high. There was already great cities, but I love how we continue to just find other places and just bring attention to those places. Like Iceland, of course, and bringing it to New York City on Fate is going to be the greatest thing ever.
New York City, where the fans have come out to support this. This is seriously something that nobody has ever done before. That is what people expect from a Fast and Furious movie, that you will see something you have never done before. So what are you excited for the fans to see?
Listen, I'm just like the fans when I say, how in the world can we possibly top the one that we did before? And every single time I get surprised, because it's one thing to be a part of filming and understanding your scenes and, you know, really trying to understand how the movie's going to come together, but it's a totally different experience seeing all of it come together, seeing how the writer and everybody just plays their part, from the director to everybody in the movie, cinematography, you know, storyline. I just love, like I said, when I first started, I'm just glad to be a part of this, and I thank all the fans for supporting myself. And, you know, who knows how much longer we're going to go, man. We are making history right here, right now.
Well,
so thank you.
We know for sure there's going to be a 9 and a 10.
Absolutely.
Is there anything you would like to see Tej do in 9 or 10?
I think they got me beating up like one person at a time. I need to whoop ass at like 10, 15 people, and I'll be all right.
You need a Jean-Claude Van Damme scene where you're just like taking down people one after another.
No, I need the Arnold Schwarzenegger commando scene where I'm taking out like 100 damn people without the gun.
I look forward to seeing that. Luda, thank you so much for being on
here. Thanks for having me.
Exciting.
My sister Michelle Rodriguez is in the
Michelle's coming up! Michelle Rodriguez, our girl Letty. Oh! People were requesting her before. Michelle Rodriguez is coming to the stage. Hey, come on up, right over here.
Oh, wow.
It's like you don't even know it's cold, girl. For you. Hi. Look at that. It's like she didn't even know it was snowing. You look gorgeous. This is so exciting. You're a girl who grew up in Jersey.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, did you ever imagine
Jersey
you would
City
stand
in the house
in the middle of Times Square with your billboards having taken over?
It's insane, man. It's beautiful, you know? It's the people. Honestly, if it weren't for the crowds of humans all over the world who just love the franchise through thick and thin, we wouldn't be here. So I'm just like really grateful to you guys. I love you so much, and I'll always remember why I'm here. So thank you.
The fans love you too. I mean,
you're awesome.
Here's something that I think the fans are worried about. Letty has had a hard ride the past couple of movies.
Oh, yeah.
How's our girl doing this time around?
Ooh, it's a hard one, man. This one's rough. You know, if there's anything I could say about this film, it tests love. And anybody who's ever loved somebody can watch this movie and really, really get where I'm coming from. Where you can, if you watch Letty in this film, you'll see her true love for Dominic Toretto, because you know there are a lot of things that women put up with, but there's certain things that you will sacrifice in the name of love. And when you know somebody more than anybody else on the planet, there's just nothing like that connection. And I think that's what when you see her suffer, it's because of that. But this one's hard on Letty, man. Let me tell you. I'll tell you. I ain't gonna tell you why, but it's rough. It'll test love like nothing else before.
You talk about women and being strong, and one of the things I love so much about you, and one of the things I love so much about Letty, is that she's just unapologetically a badass. What do you hope young girls, young fans learn from watching her and watching you?
I hope that they learn to fight their fears. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Thank you so much, Michelle. It's great to see you. We cannot wait for the trailer. Thank you for being here. We got Tyrese Gibson coming up next. Tyrese is coming to the stage, but first, fans are going to give some love. I mean, could she be any better? Thank you so much, Michelle. Tyrese is coming up right now. Oh, look at the man. Sunglasses at night. He doesn't just come to the stage, he dances to the stage. Yes. Tyrese Gibson, come on up here.
Oh my God.
Come on up, join us. Were you just Instagramming?
Yeah, I'm trying to, we live, Facebook live, Instagram, we trying to keep it. Look at all these fans, man.
Right? Not just all of these
trying
people. Look at all of these screens. This is incredible.
Yeah,
this is the Times Square takeover. Did you ever expect when you first signed on to be in this film, or these films, that this would be where you would end up?
I had no idea. All I wanted to do when I first came to Too Fast, Too Furious way back when is I just wanted to be able to show my friends that lived in South Central. I was just a little black kid with a big dream from the inner city, and I just wanted to show my friends and my family that I was able to be a part of something that was big. So here we are in Times Square, 14, 15 years later, and the fans are here. It's just, it's life-changing. It's something that I hope to never get used to, because it's just all unreal.
It is. So I was talking with Ludo a little bit ago, and I said that, I don't know if he knows this, but people write fan fiction about him and Ramsey, and he said, well, why don't you ask Tyrese about Ramsey? What's up? Is there a love triangle?
Yeah, listen, I keep telling Luda that he need to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? He need to come to terms with the fact that it ain't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Chocolate is better.
Is Roman finally going to get the respect he deserves in this movie?
Yeah,
Poor Roman.
I'm working hard on my respect. They love to just chuck me to the curb and push me to the side and make me out to be a joke. I'm not a joke, you know what I'm saying?
No, not even. But when you tell jokes, how many of those are yours and how many of those are
I
improvised?
tell jokes, but I'm not a joke, you know what I'm saying?
So the thing that is so incredible about the Fast and Furious is they are able to step every single film up to a new level. What can the fans expect with this one?
This time we all really pulled together in a way that I had never seen before. And every page, every moment, every nuance, every scene, we really went into the basement to make sure that it was the best. As you can imagine, Furious 7 and the success of Furious 7, it was so overwhelmingly incredible, mainly because the whole world showed up to support the last piece of love that our brother Paul Walker was able to leave the world with. So, we understood that Furious 7, the success of Furious 7 was going to be a tough act to follow. But we came into this thing saying, we don't really know how far this one is going to go, but we're going to work that much harder for the fans and the supporters of this franchise around the world to know that we put our hearts and souls into every page. So we did it for you. We love y'all.
Can't wait. You also had the chance to film in Iceland, where they've never filmed for this franchise.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, what? Was it colder than this?
No. Yeah. Well, this is a walk in the park compared to Iceland. Shout out to Iceland. Y'all drove me crazy. I literally hate the cold. And so I was the one cast member that went to Iceland. And I was like, wow, lucky me. 37 below zero. Thank you. Appreciate the invite. It was wonderful.
Well, let's get you inside so you can warm up. Tyrese Gibson,
I want to send some love to all my friends and loved ones out there. Make sure y'all log on to VoltronMotors.com. VoltronMotors.com and check us out. Shout out to OTG, all of the fans around the world. We love y'all. Fast 8, let's go.
Thank you, Tyrese. Good to see you. And next, you guys, thank you, Tyrese. We have none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson coming up here. Oh boy, he's coming. I think I smell what he's cooking. Oh! Because The Rock is the best man in the world, taking time to stop, take photos with the fans. Dwayne Johnson, come on up. Come on up, sir. It is so nice to have you. Hello. Oh, thank you, Dwayne. I love your giganticness.
Thank you. I have that effect, yes.
This is incredible. You are one of the biggest stars in the world. You are literally one of the biggest stars in the world.
I am.
This is a larger-than-life experience, and this is a
I am, in
larger-than-life
fact,
situation.
the sexiest man alive. I mean, that.
I had
We
heard.
just have to say that because
is
we
true.
are live on Facebook.
It is true. But what is it like to be in the middle of someplace like this, to promote this and to have the Fate of the Furious trailer drop?
I think it's awesome. It's fantastic. You know, we put a lot of time and effort into this movie, and we always want to make sure that if we're going to deliver a movie like this of this size, of this magnitude, you want to do it big. You want to do it big. You want to do it cool. We bought out the fans. There's fans here. There's fans inside. A lot of fans waiting outside for the trailer. So it's just big, cool, fun, and epic.
Well, one of the things about the Fast and the Furious is the movies are really about family, and the fans have become part of that family.
Yes.
What has your experience been like? I mean, even just coming in tonight, people screaming, I said your name, and everyone freaked out.
I love you. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you. Well, you look like somebody I could love. I would get in trouble if we were back in college. Hey, anyway.
Are people still going to love you after they see this trailer? Because a very, scary-looking poster has been released that says, Family No More.
Yeah, sure.
Are people going to have to, come to terms with Hobbs and Dom? Is it going to be a 1 versus 1 kind of thing? Team Hobbs, Team Dom?
Well, you know, I think what we are presenting in this movie is a lot of things and a lot of occurrences that will happen that will make a lot of people uneasy. And making people uneasy, I think, is a good thing when it is Fast 8. So, look, these guys, in terms of the actors, they are a family. We are a family. The fans are part of our family. And we, yes, and we want to, yeah. And so, again, we wanted to make sure that we presented something good, an amazing movie, but also create some uneasiness and create some question. I smell it.
Yeah, I can. One of the things that I love so much about you is you bring so much physicality, and you're called on a lot to do the action stuff. But here's the question. Will The Rock finally get to tear up a stick shift in The Fate of the Furious?
Yes.
Because you're always breaking legs.
I know.
And cracking skulls.
The problem is, as you guys know, look, with the cars, I'm a fan of cars, but, you know, as many of you know, I drive a pickup truck, and my thing, I can't fit in these little cars. I can't fit in these little cars, by the way. But I can. I could drive anything with wheels. I drive you crazy if you let me. I drive a lot of things. That's the thing.
Happily. One of my favorite moments in the entire Fast and Furious franchise is when you say, Daddy's got to go to work.
Yes.
And you just break that cast. Are we going to have another super memorable moment like that in
I
this
got
one?
to tell you, you know, look, that's the most fun thing, and I'll tell everybody here at Facebook Live, and as well as everybody here, playing this role, the character of Hobbs, is the most fun because I could come up with lines and deliver them like, Daddy's got to go to work. You know, he goes to work. But yes, in Fast 8, we have a lot of lines like that. Of course, you have to. We have to. We have to deliver.
We cannot wait to see this trailer. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, thank you so much for being
we have to,
here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. And I just want to say now, who is coming after me is one of the most beautiful women on the planet.
It's true.
Yes.
The sexiest man, the most beautiful woman.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much. Natalie Emanuel, come on up. We're going to do a switchy poo. We're going to go right over here.
Okay.
It's a little do-si-do. I have this for you.
Oh, wonderful.
Natalie Emanuel, thank you so much
Hello.
for being here. When your character, Ramsey, was first introduced, we only heard about your character. We knew that they were a hacker. People maybe expected somebody, you know, who lives in their parents' basement. And then we got you. And you blew everyone's mind. Will Ramsey be blowing minds again in The Fate of the Furious?
Well, she's definitely challenged in a way she's never been challenged before. She's kind of the know-it-all when it comes to hacking. And this time she's, you know, really put through her paces. So I think her mind's kind of blown as well. So hopefully it will blow the minds of the characters, of the audience also.
Christopher Hivju, who is Tormund on Game of Thrones, is in this movie.
He is.
Did you give him any sort of insight or suggestions as to how to survive a Fast and Furious set?
Just be yourself and be lovely, I guess. I mean, he's a really cool guy and this cast is super cool. I didn't really give him any advice. He's super chill and yeah. So I think he was a blast. Everyone said that he was. So yeah, no surprise to me, to be honest.
We can't wait to see it, Natalie. Thank you so much for being
Thank
up
you.
here. We've got Vin Diesel coming up to the stage next. Dominic Toretto, thank you so much. I mean, it's not Fast and Furious without Dominic Toretto. Vin coming to the stage. Come on up. Hello.
How are you?
Nice to see you, sir.
It's nice to
I
see
got you
you.
this.
I'm looking this way?
You're looking this way. This
Oh, my
camera is
God.
all yours, and this mic is all yours.
Oh, my God. Oh, this is mine?
This is yours. And these fans are yours.
Yeah. Wow, wow, wow.
Unbelievable. Vin Diesel, Dominic Toretto. I mean, you used to be a bouncer in bars around New York, and now
That's
you
right.
are taking over New York.
That's true.
What does it feel like to be at the epicenter of one of the biggest global cultural phenomenons that we know of today?
Well, let me go back further. My love for movies started when my father would bring me up here at 6 years old to see movies in Times Square. And I knew that I wanted to dedicate my life to making movies. And then when I became 15 years old, I started breakdancing on the street right over there.
No way.
For you know. And then when I became 17, I became a New York City bouncer, and I just kept plugging away. I never in a million years dreamed that the day would come that not only would I feel so proud of a movie, but that a movie, the trailer of a movie, just the trailer of a movie, would shut down all of Times Square.
I can't wait, and it's worth it. That's what Fast and Furious does. They do things unlike anything else. Of course you're going to take over Times Square. True story, a friend of mine was looking for a roommate. This dude posted a picture of the Toretto house and said, if you don't know what this is, we can't live together. That's what you've done for people. You've changed lives. Like, look at everybody here today with Fast 8, or shall I say, The Fate of the Furious. What do you hope the fans will take away going into number 9, number 10, who knows, maybe 11, maybe 12?
You know, we work so hard to make these movies. We put our lives on the line. We put everything we have into it. But without the fans and the love that they give us, without the support that they give us, when we had losses, the world cried with us. And the multiculturalism that you see in our movie is born from me living in this city. Because this city is the most multicultural city in the world. And I'm a product of that.
And you brought Fast and Furious back for this movie.
And I brought Fast and Furious. It was a dream. I thought that I was pipe dreaming. I thought the studio was going to kick me out when I said it. And you're about to see a movie on April 14th that you are not prepared for.
Well, before that, we're going to see the trailer very
Right
soon.
now.
We're sending you over to NBC. Vin Diesel, thank you so much. Dominic Toretto, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dom. That's right.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Vin.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. This is incredible. I mean, the cast, the creators, Vin Diesel, you can see how much he cares about this franchise. This has been his child. We now have the producer, Neil Moritz, coming up to the stage with his kids. This is adorable. Hi, Neil Moritz, come on up. How's it going? This is your daughter, I'm assuming?
Mimi.
Hi, Mimi. How's it going? Mimi, are you super excited about the Fate of the Furious?
Yes.
Yes? Neil, you have been the producer on this film since the beginning. What is it like
Before I even had her.
Oh, it was his first baby. How does that make you feel, Mimi? What is it like now, coming into the 8th film, The Fate of the Furious? What can fans expect? We know you guys are going to go bigger and badder every time. What's happening this time around?
I mean, honestly, each time we just want to deliver for the fans. We've tried to be organic to what this franchise is from the beginning and stay with its roots and make characters that are the audience loves, that are multicultural. And all about cars, action, humor, fun, and we travel around the world.
You do. And on this film, you guys went to Cuba for the first time. You were the first major motion picture to do it. You went to Iceland. You're here in New York. Those are all very difficult places to shoot. What was that like?
Cuba was absolutely amazing for us to kind of break that barrier, to be the first major film to go shoot in Cuba in 50 years was an amazing experience, and I think that it really kind of permeates this film. We started shooting The Fate of the Furious in Cuba, and it kind of carried us all the way through.
Are you excited for the fans to see this
Oh,
trailer?
yes, very excited. We worked really hard on this, and it's a nice culmination to be able to show it in Times Square. It's kind of a dream come true.
I mean, this is massive. And actually, we're going to bring up one more person up here.
Come on
This is
up.
Chris Morgan, who is the writer. Come on in. Squeeze in, squeeze in. Okay, let's be honest. The writer does not often get enough credit. But what you
Never
do
does.
in these movies is unbelievable. When you're sitting at your computer, you're like, okay, how badly can I screw with the producer? Is that what you think in your head?
Pretty much every day.
You're like,
Yeah.
is there anything you can't do in a Fast and Furious movie?
I know we haven't found it yet, right?
We don't like to strain credibility too much. Now, maybe cars jumping out of planes and jumping through buildings, and some of the things you'll see in this maybe strains it a little bit, but we always try and have a hint of reality involved.
I mean, if you do the math on the 26-mile runway in the sixth movie, I mean, there's that. But other than that, no,
It
not at all.
always makes sense. Well, bringing this to New York, this is basically where Michelle grew up. It's where Vin grew up. What was it like for them when they were shooting around here?
Well, it's amazing to actually be able to do a car movie in New York City. You know, obviously the streets are pretty full, and we need to go fast. So when you see those cars zooming down through Times Square, it's pretty amazing.
Also, I will say it has special resonance because Vin has been talking about coming to New York since I got involved with the franchise. So to finally be able to bring it here is so awesome. I mean, look behind you, pretty incredible. I can't think of anything else that has this level of spectacle and fan support.
And of course, we are getting ready for the trailer, which is just moments away, which is so exciting. Is there something that you hope we're going to get to see? Is there any moment that you're super excited for? We don't need whole scenes, but maybe just like a tease of
I'm
something.
just going to say there's a submarine that's pretty exciting.
He covered it. That's absolutely
There's
right.
a submarine?
Oh, yeah.
That's not a car. You guys, this is... Tyrese, it's as if he's already seen the trailer and he knows what's coming.
I just showed it to him for the first time.
Oh, wow. Well, if that's the reaction, I can't wait. When you guys decided that you were going to do an 8th film, were there any concerns? You're like, we could do this, we could do 12, we can do 15. How far can we go with this franchise?
We just wanted to make sure we spent all the money that Universal had, so that's what we've got here. So we can't do any more. We're done.
Oh, but I like that because it means that you guys are always really into practical effects. You do push it super far in terms of locations.
But even more than that, it's about making sure that the family and the characters, they have something new to do. There's somewhere new for them to grow. The stunts, they always come to us, and, you know, bigger and better.
This is awesome. We can't wait. We are less than a minute away from the trailer debut. You guys, thank you so much for being up here. And fans, of course, thank you guys so much for being here for the Facebook Live. We are about to have the trailer debut. We're going to kick it over to Liam Cunningham, who is with Football Night in America. He's going to sit down. He's going to have a brief chat with the cast. And then it's the moment we have all been waiting for. It is the trailer debut of The Fate of the Furious. I personally can't wait. I haven't seen it. And talking to these guys, I cannot tell you how pumped up I am. We're about to do this. Liam, take it away.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh my God, what animal did you kill?
Not now.
Yeah, Dan, you know, there are few things in pop culture that can practically shut down Times Square. But let's face it, the world premiere of the trailer of the latest Fast and the Furious movie is definitely one of them. I'm here with the stars of the film. That means Vin Diesel is here. It means Dwayne Johnson is here. Vin, pretty amazing scene here. But let's face it, you could have done this event anywhere in the world. Why was it so important to do it here in New York City?
For two reasons. One is the article that the whole franchise started from was about street racers in New York City. So we wanted to bring this franchise all the way back to New York City. And as a New Yorker, I've always dreamed of shutting down Times Square with a movie that I love. And the idea that I have my whole family here to do it, and we're the first film in history to shut down Times Square for a trailer release. And that's incredible.
It was your dream. Mission accomplished. We're about to see the trailer. These movies, they are like shots of adrenaline. So what do we need to know before we see this?
Well, I think before you see the movie, you know that it is It's the trailer that you're going to see, which is reflective of the movie. It's massive in scale. It is a global movie. We were in Iceland, we were in Cuba, we were in New York City. So there, yes. And so, you know, we were the first Hollywood production to be able to shoot in Cuba. You know, and then what you have when you boil all that down, the immensity of this movie, you boil it all down. You have a guy in Dominic Toretto who goes rogue for a reason. We don't know what the reason is. We cause a lot of uncertainty. We cause a lot of uneasiness. And then you have my character who's stripped away of everything that he loves, his federal badge, his family. So when it all gets stripped down, you have Dominic, and for these guys, it's about family. And then you have me, where it's hunting this man, and it's personal.
Yes.
So you got great dynamics that just make for something big and global and phenomenal.
You're fired up. These fans are
We are
fired
fired up.
Let's bring it to them right now. The world premiere of the trailer for The Fate of the Furious.
Let's do
Enjoy.
it.
They're still on us. These guys are taking this personal.
You were only supposed to create a diversion, Roman.
That was complete destruction. What you want from me? I'm Roman Pierce, man. It's what I do.
Phase 2.
Phase 2? What's phase 2? Pounds away. Holy shit.
You know what I like about you, Dom? You're a genuine outlaw. But you're family.
A hell of a job, brother. When we get back to the base, beer's on me.
He's about to go up against the only thing they can't handle. You. Did you ever think you'd betray your family the way you did today?
Dominic Toretto just turned on us. Well. You look at that.
I don't know why he's doing this, but that wasn't Dom.
She's the very definition of high-tech terrorism. And now, she's working with your guy.
I think I found my team.
This should be interesting.
You want to play like that?
Ouch.
This is impossible, which is why
You're gonna need a little help.
I will beat you like a Cherokee drum. We about to go all like.
Oh, it took longer than I expected. If you're gonna catch Dom, you guys are gonna work together.
Surprise.
I just fell in love.
I've been waiting for this.
We got a tank.
Let's roll.
Here they come.
I don't know if the old Dom is in there. I don't give a damn. I'm taking you down. Toretto, let's play.
Why are they shooting at me?
I don't know, maybe because you're in an orange Lamborghini?
Shut up, Cash.
Switch it up like.
Switch it up, speaker box blast, blast. Speaker box blast, go rat tat tat tat. In fact, we about to go all like. Oh shit! We're gonna need a bigger truck.
Dom! You gonna turn your back on family?